Yeah, boy. Yeah. All right. Hatecast number 2 tonight. My birthday, not your birthday. It's my birthday. God, I love King Crimson. That is some tight stuff. Rest in peace, John Wetton. King Crimson, Asia. Little tin can symbol there from Bill Bruford. Frippertronics. Every week we want to bring you a little bit of music. Last week we started off with the Sabbath.
And this week, King Crimson.
King Crimson into Hales.
Yes.
Kentonvale House. Kentonvale, Kentucky, coming at you with number 2 Hatecast. They gave us money. They sent us money and we can do another one.
We got paid.
Miller Lite heard this and they said, we're going to send you some cash. So, fade that stuff out. Yeah, a little King Crimson for you. We're just showing you how adroit and erudite we are with our musical choices.
Nice choices.
For number 2 Hatecast podcast. And we made it through. And there he is again. God damn it. More sissy.
Shut up, you little bitch.
That's somebody butthurt about the new Supreme Court Justice nomination. And if you would listen to some of these liberal outposts, you would think that this guy has already reversed Roe v. Wade. They're so dumb. They actually don't even understand the due process of law. But nonetheless, I'm here with Dave Ham Hands Hammond. I'm Lou Diamond. And it's my motherfucking birthday. I am
happy birthday, Lou.
Like you didn't know.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I should have gotten a text at 12:01 a.m. Thank you, Ray Parker Jr. So we did make it through. And we did the test, the metal test. And I don't mean metal like heavy metal, but metal, M-E-T-T-L-E. It's an old English word. And it means you've passed muster. And that was your big meat smokeout party.
Yes.
No one killed me. And many people did listen to the podcast, the first Hatecast. And, when you step out and someone says, hey, did you do a podcast last week? And you kind of think, I don't know why.
Should I answer that question?
It's like
Should I answer that?
Exactly. I see a lot of people drive by my house really slowly sometimes, and I'm thinking, which site were you on? Were you on ILoveNazis.com or did you see me post on Facefuck or Instagram or something else or Twitter? And you want to kill, or I used to get that a lot with Craigslist rants and raves before Facebook.
I'd always wanted to kill you.
I wanted you to kill me too, and now that I'm 50, I might enlist you with the gun that I saw in
Club 50 now, huh?
I saw a gun in your bathroom. Okay, I saw a rifle. It looked like Lee Harvey fucking Oswald was in there with an Italian order form. Are you afraid to admit that you own guns?
Oh, not at all. No.
Okay, all right. Well, just checking because I'm not going to have a pussy.
I just don't want to know my association with Lee Harvey Oswald.
Pussy producer here. So, yeah, we made it through, and we had a big party here at the Palatial Studios at Chateau Hammond in Kentonvale. And it was a big meat party, a big cookout that Dave and his lovely fiancée threw. And a couple of people, I think about 10 or 15 people had heard the damn thing.
Yeah, it was a nice little get-together.
So, I guess maybe a reputation may precede me. And then I show up at places like the Southgate House Reunion and cookouts.
Yeah.
And you never know if you need to wear a flak jacket or not, because hopefully somebody, if not everybody, is fucking offended. Because you know what? Some people, I'm not a narcissist. I'm really not. I mean, I like to shave my balls and put it on Instagram every once in a while.
I can smell that.
Yeah, it's funky, cold Medina. But I think if you're a really kind of out there getting it done kind of person, you're polarizing everyone. Somebody loves you, somebody hates you. And if they're indifferent about you, you're probably not doing it right.
Yeah, you are. You're always doing it right.
Anywho, the big party happened, and a lot of lovely folks haven't seen in a while. And we got to witness what I predicted about the first podcast's first rant, which was Hillbilly Fireworks.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Hello, backwoods hillbilly.
He's back for a reprieve and a second coming. We got to hear the motorcycles. We got to hear the 72 Nova. And everyone seemed like a couple people might have been pissed about that stuff. Because a couple of guys were like, I really like fireworks. And then a couple people said, them fuckers over there blowing up their paychecks are total idiots. So maybe we were being placated. Another big word. So, yeah, we didn't go to any public pools. We didn't go swimming. We had a big party. A lot of people came, and a lot of people said they fucking hated me and hated you for the podcast.
Yeah, they always hate me.
Yeah.
Hate the fucking producer here.
So, the producer here just got out of surgery. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
It was, what is today? Thursday?
All day.
All day Thursday. Tuesday I had surgery, yeah.
So,
they cut me open like a pig.
David went in to the reassignment surgery center of Cincinnati and got the first step in surgery to become Davina.
It's a beautiful life I'm looking forward to.
I was wondering why you shaved your legs in the past, but I just never brought it up. And that's you taking it straight up the pooper, I'm sure, down in Joey Votto Memorial Park. But Dave did get cut open, and we had to delay this second Hatecast so we could let him recover a little. So Dave's feeling better, and he is jacked on oxys.
Yes.
I mean, we dropped the drumstick on the ground earlier for the little electronic drum kit we have here in the studio. And that's real. That's a real deal there. That's straight out of 80.
Real shit.
83.
Right,
and he said, I can't bend over and pick that thing up. I'm in so much pain. And I was like, God damn, what did they do to you? So he had an umbilical hernia. And I'm asking, can you sue the doctor that delivered you? Because obviously he fucked it up.
I'd imagine he's quite dead.
It was Ron Paul, wasn't it? He delivered you.
Ron Paul. Yeah.
Ron Paul delivered you right out of the hatch.
I tackled his son.
In his front yard, raking leaves.
Your dad.
He's such a bad neighbor.
He said, man, you didn't close up my umbilical.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder, what's the statute? Not statute of limitations, etc. people, etc. Excedrin is a painkiller, not etc. It's etc. Like Peter, etc.
We'll get this right.
Sometimes we need a little time away. I heard her say from Oxycontin. Yeah, so Dave's jacked, and he's drinking Miller Lite too, who, by the way, sent us a nice fat check for our first podcast. They were so glad that we mentioned them that they wanted to throw money at us.
Yeah, they said, here's a ton of money.
And they backed it up in a pickup truck, a Chevy, a big hillbilly redneck Chevy with not a speck of dirt on it.
Hello, you back. Hello, you back. Hello, you
God,
back.
Backed up the pickup truck.
Like Mel Tillis of hillbillies. But Mel Tillis was a hillbilly, God rest his soul. But they gave us money to do another Hatecast, and here we are. So that's the background. That's the updates from the last couple of weeks. And the surgery has happened, and today's my birthday. And I don't really fucking care. And you shouldn't either. I just realized birthdays don't matter. It's a big 50. And I think the first one at 30 really hurt because I thought, oh my God, you could cue the crying guy again. Cue the crying game. Yeah. I was so sad that I wasn't 25 anymore. Suddenly I'm 30 and I'm making $8 an hour at the cigar and wine store. But 40, I think I remember that one a little bit. I was dating a crazy woman. We went to Mount Adams, and she put in the jukebox on my 40th birthday. Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but it just keeps on trying. I'm like, what are you trying to tell me, honey? I remember that specifically 10 years ago to this day. But 50, I don't care. You know what I care about? I care about Miller Lite and really well medicated and lubricated swabs for my butt.
His butt swabbing contest.
I am in love with baby wipes. Rock, rock, Ms. Pac-Man. I really like... I'm done with toilet paper. I don't know about you people. I don't know about you. I don't really want to know more about you and your umbilical surgery and whatever else you had done. But baby wipes are the way to go. I mean, I haven't taken a shower in like 4 days.
Really?
I just using baby wipes.
Really?
I just wipe them in certain places and swipe them in certain places. And man, epic dump, Bender, Taco Bell, pizza the night before. By the way, this is the number 2 podcast. Number 2, get it? Number 2. Took a number 2 and clean it all up with some lanolin infused baby wipes. So got to keep it clean when you're at the public pool. You could really do that. Make them all use baby wipes instead of the showers, like we suggested last podcast. So hopefully none of you have caught Shigalosa in the last week or two at the public pool. But man, it's been hot, and it's slowly giving up its throttling of us here in the Midwest and the Mid-South.
No, we got more coming.
It's like 81 today, which is not bad.
Tomorrow's going to be 633 degrees.
And it's been that way since, January 1st?
Yeah, January 2nd, actually. It's going to be 3 million Kelvin tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's not due to people at all. I mean, you put more people on the planet and you burn more stuff. But there's no way that we are at fault for that.
No, you put a big concrete slab everywhere you go and just cut down all the trees, and that doesn't do anything.
Blacktop. By the way, blacktop. It's been since February, maybe. I'll give it February, maybe March. Winter ended, officially. There was a little bit of a spit here and there after that. But have you noticed they still haven't fixed all the fucking potholes?
None. I think there's
more.
There's more, yeah. It's like they made some. They said, well, fuck.
Yeah, they created a need and then filled it.
Yes.
Or they didn't fill it.
Didn't fill it.
But blacktop, oh my God, that stuff really should be outlawed. It has to raise the temperature of the inner city, like Stevie Wonder would say, or Marvin Gaye. So anyway, we had a meat party. There were some vegetarian options for faggots like me, but there was some salmon at the big party, and there were jarts. People were playing jarts, the real jarts. None of this plastic bullshit. Now, this was someone brought, I think, was it Rebecca?
That was Bill Sears.
Shannon and Bill brought the jarts. But you know what? I'm pissed off about this. If you're going to bring jarts, cool. But if you're going to play jarts, you have to wear...
Targets.
Jorts.
Oh, jorts.
Jean shorts. Even if they're... I like the pre-made ones that have the nice little hem on them that you get from Sears, Roebuck and Company. And they look snazzy. I mean, they are so uncool. They're completely dad shorts, jorts, jean shorts. And if you wear your jorts to court with your Bengals jersey, you know you're going to do 30 days in the hole, humble pie.
I like to wear shants. They're like, every pair of shorts looks like pants on me, but they're shants.
Shants?
Yeah, not
That's
white pants.
Sharts?
White shorts.
Sharts, shants, and jorts with jarts. But there were some very skilled people at the picnic here with the jarts. But next time you got to wear the jorts, people. You've been served notice. Don't show up without jorts. So, I came up with an idea this week for a franchise. And it's not pizza. And it's not a pizza taco, which you got to try my pizza taco.
That sounds delicious.
It is dough that I formulated into a pre-made fabricated aluminum, titanium, beryllium form that looks like a shape of a taco, a reverse C, a cunt. And you take it and you spray it down with Pam. Pam is the name of your grandma. When your mom's name is Pam, what was that Chris Rock skit?
What?
You gotta check that out. Yeah, so you put some Pam on it, and you put the dough in there, and then I run through bacon, sausage, ground beef, and pepperoni on a pan, and let it go through the pass once at 500 degrees. And then I take it out and I stuff it in the bottom of the taco form with the dough in it. And then I put the sauce and a few veggies, and then the cheese on top, and I run it through again. And it is franchise.
Delicious.
If you try to steal my idea, I will come and cut your vagina off. So, no, my franchise idea, since we are right near, in Kentonville, Kentucky, right near, is it closed? The Dairy Whip?
The Dairy Whip quit selling ice cream at 9 o'clock, I think.
And they sell OxyContin.
Yeah, OxyContin and little Taiwanese hookers.
Well, they need to get on my little idea here, and that is whipped frozen meat.
Whipped frozen? That's like moose.
Moose
Meat.
Moose.
Frozen
meat.
Moose meat.
You can do venison, you can do moose, you can do salmon, you can do ground beef, but you know which one's going to sell the best. Roger Bacon. Bacon. Frozen, whipped. Roger Bacon. 6 degrees of separation. So you take the bacon and you mince it up, and then you infuse ice cream with it, and you liquidize the damn thing, and then you put it in a soft serve cone.
Yes.
And the jackabillies will line up.
Bakey whip.
You can trade.
You backwood hillbilly.
Bakey whip.
Trade your OxyContin for how many do you think it would be worth? 2?
A couple OxyContin. Yeah, that's
like two meat whips for 1 OxyContin.
Yeah. Give me your meat whip.
Yeah.
Give me my pills.
That's it. I mean, it's gonna go shit bonkers bananas. So anyway, let's talk about getting old. And I am old. I'm getting old, and so are most of the people listening to this motherfucking podcast. And I think it's a trick. It's like you're getting smarter in a lot of ways. You've got life experience, but your body's falling apart. And it sucks, just like the Rolling Stones song. But I don't know. Is it something that's really anything you do about it? I mean, you can't do much about it. You can try to eat well. You can try to work out. You can try to lose a little weight. I mean, my back hurts. My back hurts. I think my hip's grinding. I'm going to need a new hip. I'm going to need a new hamstring. I'm going to need a new Achilles tendon. I'm going to need... No, I'm really not in that bad a shape. But it's just... My tolerance to alcohol is rising.
Yeah, well, that's because your body becomes more alcoholic as you get older.
It's because we got Miller Lite as a sponsor. Yeah. So we didn't see too many fireworks. We didn't have too many encounters. No one shot one off and hit my house this year. And I actually was really ready for it. Because if nothing else, these hatecasts are therapeutic in some way. No, they're not. They just make me more angry.
Yeah, it probably pisses everybody else off too, Lou.
And I want you and our army out there doing the stuff that we command you to do and trigger you with all of our topics. But I have a house a block away, not the one from last year that shot it onto my roof, the kids, with the Ray Liotta thing. But this is like a big corner party with tents and stuff. And I saw them getting their thing on right after the parade in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, which I attended. And I'm like, oh man, it's going to go all night again. And about 9 o'clock, crickets.
That's good.
Crickets.
That's real good.
Nothing. I think someone is looking out for me because I was ready. I was like, oh my God, you guys did this thing last year. And it really did look like Colonel Kurtz going up, in Apocalypse Now, little Joseph Conrad going up the river to see Kurtz with Sheen. What's his name? Martin Sheen's dad. So
that was Martin Sheen.
That's right. He's the one that doesn't have AIDS.
Yeah, Charlie's the one who just gives AIDS out for Halloween.
And OxyContin.
OxyContin.
One of the greatest quotes.
Hookers.
You know what? One of the greatest quotes ever, and this is: women try to shame you. They really do. Yeah. They want to shame men. They want to spank. They want to spank our peepees. And the Heidi Fleiss, Madam of Hollywood, her little black book was revealed. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like cowering in the corner.
Is she going to out this time?
Oh my God, I get hookers. And she said, Charlie Sheen, his name's in the book. And so they said, hey, Charlie, what's the deal? You get hookers. You're in the Heidi Fleiss black book. And he goes, I don't pay women to be with me. I pay them to not be there in the morning. Epic. Savage.
He won.
He wins, and he's got tiger's blood. He's got AIDS in his tiger's blood now.
Yeah.
So good.
Tigers
for him.
don't get AIDS.
And he's resistant. And I'm really surprised the Cincinnati Reds have not distanced themselves from Charlie AIDS fucking Sheen, because he's always at the games. It's like, does he have
They made him a bat boy, I think.
I think that he's got like a special chamber in the diamond seats that he sits in, which is like the boy in the bubble kind of shit with Travolta.
Yeah, he does have a bubble in the outfield there, I think.
It's like climate controlled, AIDS controlled.
Yeah.
They pump in, liquefied or aerosolized alcohol, like 60% rubbing alcohol, and regular bourbon. It's bourbon.
Yeah,
it's vodka.
It's actually got a hooker built into it.
It's an aerosolized hooker. And they shoved her in there and they just made her into a gas, and everyone else can't get AIDS. So if you have HIV and then you have sex with someone that has AIDS, are you going to get AIDS? Or does the AIDS make the HIV explode and accelerate into full-blown AIDS?
It does, especially if you get it in the surrounding waterways.
I think they should put that shit in the public pools, because that's way better than the poop and the Shigalosa that's been going around. But we haven't, curiously enough, since this last Hatecast, we've heard 0 reports of poop-borne illnesses.
Yeah, I think they may have cleaned the pools. Or
No,
maybe it's
no.
They haven't filled the pools.
See, that's where you're wrong. You've been completely hoodwinked, David.
Is that what it is?
You went to surgery and you missed out. I came up with this complete Alex Jones theory that the Shigalosa is still in the water, but they're just not reporting it because it's bad PR. It's bad PR, that's all.
They gave me MRSA at the hospital.
You got to watch out for that.
Yeah.
Serious topic there.
Yeah.
We joke around a little bit, but that is a serious issue to contend with if you go visit mom in the hospital. So you made it through the surgery. I haven't had a surgery in, I don't think I had one since I was a little baby. And I had something similar to yours. And this is what pissed me off. It's called a hydrocele. It's like right next to your balls. Balls. That is our sponsor right there, Miller Lite. But you get the little cut, and I still got a scar. You want to see it? If I shave my balls, you can see it. But check out my Instagram for that. But I had a little thing, and my sister was like, no, your balls didn't drop. Your balls didn't drop. I'm like, my balls didn't drop. I was fucking 6 months old. It's called a hydrocele. Don't try to fucking take me down. Don't try to spank my pee-pee. Again, they're trying to spank us down, our manhood.
Yeah, it's women do that. They take you and just drop you down to
Control level.
Zeta male.
Oh my God. All right, we gotta copyright that one. That brings me to the topic of I can't. I'm almost speechless. No, I'm not. But the fucking faggot beta male shit going around, and now it's not cool. Like they're trying to take cuck away from us.
Cuck. Everybody's cuck. What's your cuck?
Oh, you white power. Yeah, if you say cuck, you're a white power guy. You're a Trump guy. It's like automatically. It's like no.
You're a cuck.
I'm gonna ram cuck down your fucking throat because you like shit rammed down your throat, and you're not gonna demoralize me by devaluing the word that I use to trigger the fuck out of you. So the fact that I'm getting the reaction out of you by calling you a cuck means that it still works. It's still working. But man, the estrogen in the water, I swear, I mean, everyone's on the pill.
It's gotten bad.
It's in the water, and it's in the jeans. It's in the skinny jeans. And, good pair of jeans from Tractor Supply is a thing of beauty.
Yes, not those, what are those flowery-ass things these cucks are wearing?
The Adam Levine collection at Kmart.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, I don't ever see anybody going up to that area and pulling anything off and throwing it in their cart. I shop at Kmart a lot. I like Kmart because
Kmart's the last original Alamo of shopping.
Right. It's the last stand. It's the Cochise. It's the Wounded Knee. It's the Appomattox Courthouse. It's
Probably still buy grape Twizzlers.
It's the Louvre. It's the Eiffel Tower. It's all of those iconic things. but it's hanging on near where I live. And I go in there, and there's a big picture, full body thing of that Adam Levine guy. And I'm like, holy fuck. Some of those T-shirts look wearable, like they're okay, but they're all so little and tiny.
They fit me.
They fit your ankle.
No, they fit my ankle.
And I'm like, who's buying this stuff? And the guy's got tons of money, obviously, he's so successful. But, you got to look at a guy shopping in that section. I'm like, really? So what does she peg you when you get home?
Yes.
Pegging. That's another one we've just discovered. Pegging.
She gets the neighbor boy to show you how she wants to get fucked.
Right. And then she straps it on. And then you guys, not us, cucks out there, take it. And she feels powerful, I guess. But I did come across something this week in my ex-hamster searches for clinical, peer-reviewed research only, of course. Are you familiar? I do a lot of gay jokes, okay? We had a lot of fun last week going, gay, 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 everything's gay. But I did come across something called docking.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Not docking, which would be cool.
No.
Breaking the chains! Not docking, but docking. Okay, do you know what docking is? Do you want to know?
I know what docking is.
How do you know? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You heard from Joey Votto.
Yes.
Holy God. And
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine's docking jeans now on the market at Kmart, but it's like the dude that's uncircumcised has his foreskin, and then a guy with a smaller wang puts his small wang inside the dock, and the guy wraps around the foreskin around the little pee-pee, and then I don't know, I guess they
Peter pastry.
Yeah.
It's like baklava of love.
Puff pastry. Puff the magic drink.
Until you get the creamy center.
It gives a new meaning to Greek pastry. Oh my God. So we got docking, we've got skinny jeans, we've got estrogen in the Licking River here near Cincinnati. And guys are turning into these little weird, skinny, there's no muscle mass on dudes. Like, they don't lift. And the guys that do lift are probably gay.
Yeah, they have like a little skinny legs.
Oh, they skip leg day for life.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like, really.
Their bodies like totally is the top heavy.
Yes. That's the thing. The big mistake to make when you get a gym membership is you go in and you take a shower. No, that's not the worst thing. It could be pretty bad, though, if you're at LA Fitness in Crescent Springs, Kentucky, where there is a little, I don't know if he's Middle Eastern or Greek, but there's a little peaker dude. Yeah, he's a peaker. Like, if you go in and shower, and I've learned that I can save about $200 a year by showering at the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you! Yeah, $19.99 a month. Because I got to pay for the tenant and my water.
Like MRSA or Shitza or whatever the hell.
You're going to get Greekified. And there was like a peaker dude. He like comes through, and I swear to God, from head to toe, he's covered in hair. And he's about 5'7", and he kind of looks like Tony Shalhoub from Monk.
Oh my.
And
I bet he's a real man.
I
bet Tony Shalhoub's one lady killer.
He's got that TV money, but he was on Wings.
Yeah.
So little peaker guys
Men
at the
in
gym.
Black.
Yeah, very, very esteemed actor, as James Lipton would say. But there's a Greek dude, and there's standing around bullshitting at the gym. It's like, have you seen this guy running around the gym? And a friend of mine, Aaron Hedrick, he lifts there. He works out. He's a musician, and he's like, I've never seen the Greek guy. And I'm like, why are you...
Seriously?
Are you upset that you haven't seen him? And you haven't been peaked? You need to start showering at the LA Fitness. But he's really, I don't know what his deal is. I think he's just a peaker.
It's like, so look,
he's a meat...
ain't bother nobody.
He's a meat gazer.
Yeah,
he's a meat gazer.
Testing out the euro.
I'm like, man, he's got the shaved lamb.
Yeah. Shit. I bet he's hairy too.
Oh, dude, he's covered head to toe. And I'm like getting out, and I wrap my hair in a freaking Sikh-looking turban on top of my head, and I got the towel around my waist. Shower shoes, definitely in that place.
Oh, yeah.
I see guys running around the gym like, why are you not wearing shower shoes? You filthy fucking animal. But, yeah.
God,
the Greek
man.
guy is all man. That guy, he probably is one of the founders of Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
The Lambrinides family here
Lambrinides.
in Cincinnati, or Lamborghini family. But, yeah, it's getting to the middle of summer. We're getting out of summer. And I'm looking forward to fall. I really am. The NHL has had a few transactions. And I think Patrick Maroon from the Oilers signed with his hometown team, the St. Louis Blues. I won't bore you too much with the hockey talk, but Cyclones fans, there is hope. We have gotten rid of, well, he's left on his own. The head coach that's been here, the Wicked Witch, Matt McDonald, has taken a job with the Grand Rapids Griffins in the AHL. And hopefully the assistant coach, Mark Lefebvre, will be taking over. He's an Ottawa guy, and he's a great coach. He's a great guy. He's won a few championships in minor league. And I'm getting excited for football again.
Oh, really? Football? I thought the anthem killed them off or something.
No. And I think a lot of people wish that were the case.
Yeah. NFL's got more money than God.
I mean, hockey really doesn't have that deal. They're not really protesting. None of the players, John Tortorella's a dick, by the way, the head coach in Columbus. He had Team USA in the World Championships, and he was like, none of my guys don't stand for the anthem. You're not on the team. I'm like, really? Freedom. Right. Freedom, fries. Like, tell them what to do. Okay. But, it's like there's a disconnect in this country with expression, freedom, and what is American and what is patriotic. Now, our founding mothers and fathers, Betsy Ross being one of them.
Yeah, Betsy. Remember Betsy?
Seamstress for
last
life.
Week, I think.
We talked about her. And when you have freedom, that means you protest. And there's this big narrative going on that if you're a protester, you're automatically an unemployed leftist. And I'm thinking, were our founding fathers and mothers unemployed leftists?
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what. Most people have protested something. I remember when I was like 3, I protested the fact that my mom made me eat applesauce.
Right.
So my protesting started early, actually.
Did it have bacon and sour cream?
No, nothing.
Then you're not German.
Well, I do like the pork chop and
You like the
applesauce
meats.
and sauerkraut.
We got the meats.
So you started early with protest, civil disobedience.
Civil disobedience. Wanted the Cheerios, got the Cracker Jacks.
Mm-hmm.
Or vice versa.
Entitled motherfucker. You know what? I would have told, what's her name? Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
I would have walked up to her and I would have said, listen, bitch, civil disobedience is still disobedience.
Disobedience is still against the law.
Back of the bus! So, I probably wouldn't have said that.
I would have helped her up front.
She actually was
Piss everybody off. 'Cause I like dissidents.
Do you know that she was a plant?
Was she a plant?
She was completely fake news.
Was she a plastic plant? Or was she a actually live plant?
She was from Jackson Florist right next door.
Oh, really?
No, there was a theory that she was a fabricated protester and that they, set the whole thing up. I mean, nowadays it's like you look back in history and it's like how much shit in this country really was made up.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the conspiracy theories behind the JFK thing and the Bobby Kennedy thing and Sirhan.
9/11.
9/11. Ooh, that's next podcast.
Oh.
But why wait? Just jump in. But it's weird how that pisses people off that you think things may not be the way they are portrayed to be. And they're like, they get really pissed off, and they're usually sort of a neocon kind of person.
Yeah.
How can you be mad that I'm saying 9/11 may have been an inside job with other forces that we may not even understand? Mossad, the CIA, Saudi Arabia. But it's just so easy to think, Iraq did it.
Yeah. I mean, the government does things you would never even imagine they'd ever do. You go, oh, they wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, they would.
Why wouldn't they?
They would turn your babies into oil if they knew it would profit them.
Shit, that's a good idea.
Baby oil.
Weed.
That shit comes from.
Is that what it comes from?
Oil.
It's a baby?
Yeah.
That's what Planned Parenthood should
Breast
do.
babies.
They should do extra virgin. Well, you're not a virgin if you're having the baby,
No.
but you're almost still a virgin if you don't have the baby. If you get an abortion and they take the baby and make oil out of it, with the abortions.
Extra virgin baby oil.
Fucking brilliant. And you know what? They should sell the extra virgin baby oil made from babies right at the meat whip, creamy dairy whip place.
Like a little extra virgin baby oil on your Bako whip.
4 OxyContin
Cake cone.
for 4 ounces of baby oil.
Yes.
From Planned Parenthood in Clifton in Cincinnati. But I'm thinking that these sort of post-adult or post-childhood abortions, a retroactive edict on abortions needs to be enacted by an executive order. Like, we're going to point out about 1 million people that are going to get an abortion as an adult.
Yeah, a lot of them need to be aborted. I'm sorry. I know you
Don't
like
be sorry.
life, but
Don't be sorry.
We're just having way too many friggin' kids.
And you know where we're going to take them on a big fake field trip to do the abortion.
Yeah.
That would be the Hoover Vacuum Factory.
I think it's Coat Hanger Park.
Is it air conditioned?
No.
Henley Park.
No, it's got coat hanger.
Well, I want it. I'm a socialist and I want air conditioned parks everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. We did want air conditioned parks. Yes.
Ay. So, what do you got for me? What have you been thinking about? What do you got? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking about a lot of things lately.
Pain, OxyContin.
Pain, OxyContin. This beer's pretty good.
Joy and pain.
How about a new pet robot? His name's Tyrone.
Tyrone, let's hear it from Tyrone. God. Tyrone, I am turned on by you, I think. Tyrone, are you gay? Well, we still love you. That's the thing. So how about this? Oh my God. Artificial intelligence. So pretty soon we're going to have artificial intelligence drones at protests for Antifa. By the way, where's Antifa been lately? I haven't seen them.
They've been hiding at their closet.
Mom's basement?
It's the bar they go to called the Closet.
The Closet?
They come out at night. They came out of the closet, you know.
I mean, that shit was hot and heavy for a long time, and then all of a sudden, whoop, gonzo.
A couple of them got beat up by some old people, and shit stopped real quick.
Some guys that are like roiding at the gym with America shirts.
Said, "Oh, what you want, Antifa?" I don't want anything.
Yeah, they hightailed it, and I don't. Maybe they're gonna come back out. There you go. At the midterm election results.
Probably for a minute. The problem is that we found out from the last the midterms that millennials do not vote. I think they came out in like 3%. Which is sad.
Well, you know, it's not sad because if they voted,
yeah, exactly.
You know
It'd
who
be
would
a
have
bad
been?
day for everybody.
Who would have been in then? God damn.
Social Steve.
I talked to a friend of mine who is a gay man. I have a couple friends who are of that persuasion.
Nothing wrong with that, Lou.
This fella moved to Vermont, and of course, he's a leftist, and he has a podcast, and he has a radio show. So I was talking shop today on the phone, and I said, "What's the deal with Bernie up there?" And he goes, "You know what? Everybody up here is a pasty," he called them pasty white liberals, which I love. And I'm saying, well, what's the deal? White. And he goes, well, everyone's just, there's no diversity here. And I'm like, how is that necessarily bad? And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I go, well, you're kind of making a racist viewpoint out of saying we don't have enough colored people up here.
Oh, colored people.
Ben and Jerry's and shit and fish.
Did you say colored people?
I did, and I'm gonna tell fucking Rosa Parks that she was colored when I go to her memorial.
Colored?
But, yeah, you know where I'm coming from. It's not really about stepping around on eggshells. It's more like King Kong in the cat box. So
King Kong's at Tiffany's.
Yeah. He said, I'm sick of these folks. They don't have any venom or passion. And I got to give it to this guy. And he gives it to right-wing Trump supporters, not neocons, but real right-wingers. He goes, at least you know where they stand.
No, yeah. They're straight up honest with you.
And they're going to tell you, fuck off to your friend. They're going to get out in the street and fight, and they're going to get Tractor Supply and get some jeans. And you guys are going to go to Adam Levin.
Pistol, and that's all the fun shit.
Yeah. And he said, well, basically, they're passive, pasty liberals. And that's the 20 to 30-year-old generation. This is a 60-year-old man. So he came from the protest generation of the 60s. And he had his very own disco suit as well from McAlpin's.
Spoon for up is no.
Mm-hmm. Floss, raise 'em up, moving to Montana soon. But it was an interesting point because he and I come from differing viewpoints. I'm neither here nor there. You give me an issue and I'll tell you what I think about it. But we did agree that extremes are the best.
Yes, because if we don't have extremes, we're so just milky, narrow. And
white, milky.
It's just no fun.
Docking, cream-filled center.
We need the crazy Trumpers. We need the crazy slinging off their clothes, just lesbian, transsexual craziness.
Hairy lesbian.
We need them everywhere.
Hairy lesy tits.
Lesy tits, docking.
Docking, lesy tits.
In dockers.
If the millennials were allowed to vote from their phones, you would up voter turnout by 30%.
I'd say 45 to 50.
Could be. Now, why not? We got a fucking Mars rover up there right now, and we can't vote from our phone because it's possibly compromised technology.
I actually turned the Mars rover over from my computer one day.
Mars rover, I dare you over.
Yeah, I turned it over.
Yeah. And docked it. Did you dock it?
Hacked that bitch. Did I dock it?
Docked the shit out of the Mars rover. So if you could vote from your phone, there's got to be a way. I mean, you got to traipse out in the rain to these shitbag churches. And, well, that's another thing. How am I voting in a church? Why the fuck is it in the Episcopal Church of Fort Mitchell, Kentucky?
So God can tell you voted or not. God needs to know.
God is watching. You know, I saw a funny postcard the last time I was out on the West Coast, and it was in a gift shop in San Francisco. And in the non-gay part, which is none, but it had a picture of San Francisco in the fog, and above it there was a drawing of what was like a white bearded guy, and it's God, and it says there
probably was God.
We love living in San Francisco because God can't see what you're doing because of the fog.
God-proof fog.
You are taking it
up
that
one right.
Pooper up in the Castro.
What do you say, Johnny? God-proof fog.
Hey, we got fog today. You ready to dock?
Docking.
You can bring your homework on the boat. Here's my impersonation of down at the... Not anymore. Joey Votto ruined the dock. He was there so much that they were like, dude, we gotta quit serving. You gotta go home, man. I mean, the stadium's right down the street. We just gotta get an Uber, Joey.
Joey, it's okay.
Canadian guy that doesn't like hockey. What do you think he's into?
Hello, Backwoods Hillbilly.
Northwoods Hillbilly, more like it.
Northwood Hillbilly.
Coo, 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 coo. Take off, eh? And today I was watching the women's Canada versus the USA fast pitch Continental or International Cup softball tournament. And this was at a bar that was a very accommodating establishment for me today on my 50th birthday. And I'm like, are we really watching this shit? The chicks that pitch, oh man, you talk about putting your ass into a pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Biggins.
I've seen that. The legs about as big as my midsection.
Biggins. And I have a female hockey friend at a local establishment who played junior hockey. A girl. She's 22. And she said, in girls hockey, if you wore a bandana under your bucket, which is another term for lid or helmet, then you were girl on girl on girl on girl.
Oh, that's a lot of girls.
So the other girls had to start wearing, like the famous song, flowers in their hair.
Are you going
To San Francisco, be sure to wear flowers in your butt. So she said they would wear flowers under their bucket in their ear and tuck them in there for when they take them off and go into the locker room.
Oh, they smell nice.
You think docking and the Greek guy is bad? It must be really predatory for women because women get a pass. They're not predators. Have you ever heard of a sexual predator from a girl to a girl?
No, they either are mutual or not.
They're teachers.
Yeah.
You know, these
like,
teachers.
Oh, okay, why not?
And who the fuck complains as a boy if your hot-ass teacher, woman...
Penthouse passages. You know,
Jesus Christ. That happened at my high school, my alma mater, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you calling the cops, dude? Why'd you tell your mom?
Why'd you tell anybody?
Jesus.
Don't tell anybody. You gay?
Take the money and run. And enjoy the pegging that you're probably going to receive from your next relationship because you've been cucked and tucked because your millennial girlfriend has been told by BuzzFeed how to cuck and tuck and peg you. And you like it. You like it. Yeah, so we're probably going to tackle a couple other issues here, but we wanted to replay some of the first episode and give you an update on how things are going. And if you want to go to our YouTube channel, you can. If you look up Lou Diamond Hatecast, and I think we've had 110 views or something.
Yeah.
We're
popular. Miller
epic.
Lights.
I mean,
Miller beer.
Yeah, the fact that we got a contract from Miller Lite from 110 views is amazing.
Not many people get that deal right there.
Amazing.
That's what all the girls say.
Amazing vocal fry. Amazing. Everything's amazing.
So, that's another one. What is up with So? Hey, Dave, how are you doing today? So, I'm doing pretty good, but I had surgery recently. So
I went downtown and I bought me a latte and I just went, it's exactly what I wanted, and so I just went on and got my surgery.
So, sir, could you please approach the bench? What is your name and the charge, please? So, I'm accused of drunk driving. What? Why do you say so? It's this big declaration thing. So, everybody, I'm here. It's like, dur, dur, dur. Now I'm here. I'm such a fucking narcissist that I have to say, so, and drag and drop your voice like the Kardashians to declare how important you are in your own mind. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the NFL coming up here in the fall because I'm going to kneel at the Cyclones games, which is our local hockey team, local pro affiliate of the Buffalo Sabres. And we get about 5,000 a game. $1 beer night, you get about $8,000 at a game. It's a good time. I recommend it. Yeah, drinking the beer. I'll take one if you're going. So
Beer run.
So he's going on a beer run. So I'm going to kneel during the anthem because I've decided I'm not going to wait till the anthem and hide in the wings and just let it go through without any controversy. I'm going to push the limit as I am wont to do and see if anybody bites. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for reaction because a lot of the folks are good, hardworking, blue-collar Trumpers and Republicans and neocons and a lot of Christians, a lot of religious people. And it's like you are slapping them in the face if you Kaepernick the shit out. And really, here we go. Oh, man. That's good stuff. So thank you. And triggering all those folks, I really want to get the conversation started. What do you think is going on when some football player or anybody else takes a knee or sits on their ass during the anthem? Now, this country, as we spoke earlier, was founded upon protest. If we did not protest, we would still be speaking British and maybe French. But protest and dissent is the fabric of our nation. So I will be taking a knee, and I might get an afro wig.
You fucking commie.
I might go down to Capples and get a wig or the Halloween store.
I just walked by Capples today, actually. Twice.
If you see a Kaepernick wig afro, get me one because I'm going to have a Kaepernick hockey jersey made. Custom.
Ooh, Kaepernick. That's nice.
And it's going to have upside down American flags on it. And that's not because I don't believe in the idea of America still. I'm a constitutional purist.
Yes.
I don't necessarily believe it's a living, breathing thing that you can fuck with every other year when you're butthurt about something that someone that's legally elected said or implemented with legislature. But, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm already getting ideas for the hockey season. I'm ready for it. And the football season, baseball sucks.
Boring.
I don't care if the team is doing great or not. It's just boring. I've been watching a little bit of it because I'm bored, and I clean the house on Sunday, and I sit in the air-conditioned bliss with my latte and my white SUV. And my manager, I speak to a manager haircut. But that's all that's on besides the golf, or you watch the old reruns on the NHL network. But yeah, everyone's fucking gonna get butthurt again if they see. And now they can stay in the locker room, which I think sucks. The league tried to give them an out and say, well, you guys can just stay in the locker room. That's not protest.
No, that's not a protest at all. Protest in here where no one will see you.
Yeah, you got to go fuck with people and really let them have it and see what they say.
They should make them go sit in the back of the bus and protest.
Civil disobedience is still disobedience,
Yes.
Kaepernick. So,
Son of a bitch.
a lot of other things to be worried about. I'm not going to go to the games anymore because those guys took a knee. Well, see you, man, because no one cares. And they got a TV contract. It's not about you.
I don't have any need.
Oh, you're artificial all the way. But, look at the concessions. Look at the TV contracts.
Yeah.
Look at the internet contracts for cable. You can get on now and watch the game on your phone or online. The shit's already in place. You not going and buying an overpriced beer and your ticket, it's licensing fee. I guess that adds up. But really, that's the franchise that gets that rather than the league. So people now in England, they're going to have a fucking team in London probably.
Yeah, Bengals.
I hope the Bengals move.
Yeah.
The London...
Call them Limeys.
They will definitely pronounce it Bengals.
Bengals. Our team is the Bengals.
Because
Look, they suck.
everybody in London is Muslim or from India now. So,
Perfect.
How
Bengal
apropos.
Tiger, yeah.
But, I think it's just people are really looking for something to dig into. And this NFL thing has been made into such crazy... We're talking about it, but the talk radio morons are really being given a softball to talk about this stuff. The Colin Cowards and the Jim Romes and the Steve Gormans and the Cincinnati local guys and Lance McAllister, douchebag. It's like, oh my God, I'm all pissed off about the flag. Let's think about it. It's a false idol. And your Bible tells you not to worship anything other than God.
Yes.
And if you are standing up and putting your hand on your heart for a piece of fabric that was
That's a sacred temple of your body.
made in China American flag. How fucked up is that? So what do you think about the tariffs? Do you think tariffs work? Do you think tariffs are going to make pizza great again?
No, I think tariffs could work if they worked, and they don't.
Right. So generally speaking, we agree that...
It's just going to make me pay a lot more for a bunch of shit that I pay too much for already. So, no, I don't think they work at all.
I have split feelings on this. Now, I'm thinking if you are into tariffs, they're going to take a while to work.
Yes, it would take a while because you have to let them... You have to wear the other side out.
That's it.
You just have to wear them out, make them spend a whole lot of money they don't have, and they're going to need some shit from you eventually, and they're going to go, fuck, I guess you win.
Or they're going to have to source it from somebody who is considered their enemy. Now,
Yeah,
Germany just made it. Ms. Merkel,
Yeah, Russia.
Merkel, get that freaking gas from Russia. And it's like, wow, I thought you were so anti-Putin.
Yeah, Putin's giving you poop and gas.
Uh-huh, that's right. And you're going to need it because you got to fuel the fire for all those immigrants that you guys let in, the porous borders.
All let them in.
So I care about kids. I like baby oil made of kids, but
Baby oil.
everyone's over the whole border thing. The kids in the cages. 4th of July came.
Kids.
You got
no
drunk.
one cares.
You got hot dogs. You got fireworks. You got motorcycle. And all of a sudden, everyone's like, fuck, what's we get mad
They were
about
probably
this?
setting fireworks off those immigrants' backs, and no one even cared.
Right. They made them carry the fireworks over the border
Who hold these fireworks while we light those?
up to Indiana where you can get them. And that's another thing. Why get fireworks that are illegal and sign a waiver that says you're not going to set them off? Gay! Right, sure, Mr. Policeman. I won't set them off. I'm just buying them to lay them out on my kitchen floor and gaze at the colors.
Gaze.
Gaze at the colors, the colorful packaging that and they're made in China. They're made in China. Talking about America. You're celebrating America.
Yeah, look at that paper they're wrapped in. It's got Chinese writing. It says kill.
Yeah, it says we're taking over. I'm pissed.
Chinese propaganda on the firework paper.
Right. It's like the dropping the leaflets from the B-17s. You must surrender. You cannot beat the U.S. I'm pissed that there is a good relationship between Kim Jong-un, supposedly, and Trump. That he's doing a great job with negotiating with this guy.
Yeah,
I like the little guy.
Terrible. Yeah.
I like the little guy.
I got that haircut last week.
I can tell you went to Bo Ricks, which could be our new sponsor, if we're lucky.
Bo Ricks again.
Bo Ricks, Miller Lite, Hustler, Peisty cymbals, Ludwig drums,
Roland. I got lots of Roland synthesizers.
Gibson guitars, real Gibsons from the 60s and 70s, triple laminate, Les Paul custom, please. Left-handed, 2 humbuckers, no Bigsby on it, please. And I don't know.
Partridge in a pear tree.
Do you like the Plexi Marshall or not?
Plexi?
Get the plexiglass thing on it. And the plexis.
I don't even know.
JCM 80, you know. But we hopefully the money will be pouring in so we can continue hating on stuff. But I would really like to see Kim Jong-un roast the fuck out of Los Angeles.
That would be funny as hell.
Where are all of our sound effects for Kim Jong-un launching upon the sissy libtards in L.A.? To live and die in L.A. That was a great song and a great movie. So I'm thinking these ICBMs could reach Hawaii, they say. Yeah. And they all have the haircut. They have Kim Jong-un haircut. But supposedly those days are coming to a close, which, I mean, what is he going to do with them? What do you do with nukes after you make a nuke and then you disassemble it and then you put it somewhere?
You make toasters, probably.
Can they use it to heat your house? And that's another Fukushima, I guess, waiting to happen. But, I don't really, I think the guy is, okay, yeah. I think the guy is really onto something. He has every right to have nukes. So, I don't know. I guess Trump's doing his art of the deal. But anyway, we are going to wait till next week. We're going to come back at you twice as hard, twice as deep, twice as docking, and twice as Greek. And hope you hate everything we've said this week. And some of you may like it. I don't know. Let us know on the YouTube channel. But we're going to get out of here. It's my birthday. I've got plenty of drinking to do. Get some purple drinks. And head out to the bar and finish up the evening here. So thanks for listening. Fuck you. No, actually, fuck all of you. We don't give a fuck if you listen. So take it easy and enjoy the key to me. Happy birthday to Blue. All right, well, we're going to take you out with some King Crimson. Have a good one, everybody, and stay safe this week. We'll be back in just a few short days.